the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the 49ers on Thursday night primetime.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Robinson. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his fifth season now, Daniel Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. second down and a run by Robinson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So the Niners set to take over for the first time, and it is the 23-year-old Trey Lance who has the keys to the offense in his 3rd season now out of North Dakota State.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his 1 collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. You talk about this Giant defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Here's Jackson to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. Is that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
In motion, Slayton. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Niners very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Ray McCloud to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Shifts by him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Big A-Shot Robinson has made a career of this. Another tackle for loss. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Got his target, Samuel. Nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Lance looking to throw it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
What we just saw there is definitely what the 49ers saw in him when they swung that big deal to move up to number 3 in the draft in 2021. He did run for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns in his 1 full season in 2019 at North Dakota State.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On play action, Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now Jones to throw on 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Shreds into the stiff arm. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And Lance now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jackson. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw again. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And that one complete to Hodgins. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital, a big test for the Washington Commanders as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. McLeod now on the return, fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Drive starts with a run by Davis Price. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his 2nd Pro Bowl.
Now a stoppage here for an injured player. Oh boy, that's Trey Lance, who appears to be worse for the wear. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Up up the gut, McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
With breakout seasons and new additions to the defensive front, Williams didn't have to be the guy in the Giants' pass rush last season. Still, over 20 sacks in 3 full seasons with the team.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Purdy. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. All the option left, it's Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jones now on 3rd down. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is fielded at the 27. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. McCaffrey running up the middle. A little juke. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down for one of the most fun guys to watch in the league, George Kittle. He was plenty of fun for the 49ers last season. He caught 11 touchdown passes and was among the top 5 in tight ends in yards.
They go play action here. Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 25-yard line.
Now Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Now Moody for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And New York set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would like to give their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. They juked him. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
And a team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Play action. Now Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Give him 32 on the play. Now they lulled him to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit him with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. Touchdown 49ers. Jerome Jennings. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Robinson will try to pick it up. He's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And now off to the races, down the right side. He's to the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Throwing Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, able to avoid him. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too. Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they'll send the slot in motion left. That ball caught by Campbell. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. Purdy on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Purdy will look to throw again here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Purdy from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Throwing here, Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Here's Robinson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's a screen for Robinson. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Pass complete to Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up. Connects with Slayton.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here comes 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down. Jones. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point try good by Gano, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now the Giants will use the second of their three timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes.